Happy Saturday, Connect family. It is March 11th, 2023.
It's going to be a fantastic show, Natalie. And we're also covering South by Southwest, which kicks off this coming weekend. And we are excited for such an amazing time.
First, we are sitting down with a woman that's made her own fame through Instagram, social media, all of the platforms. And she was able to do it just by slaying her fashion. So getting up, getting dressed, taking pics, and the rest is history. So super excited for our next guest.
Yes, we are so happy to welcome Terryann Phillips.
Hi guys, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You're at a place where you get 40,000 plus followers and you've really built everything naturally. I find it interesting that you're saying you're still trying to find your lane, in this world as an influencer. So let's talk a little bit about that. Maybe some tips on how to just get noticed, because you intentionally growing your platform, that's something you were able to really naturally do. So how'd you do it? What were some of the things that you found yourself doing that people loved?
It's funny. I didn't start out as an influencer. I started out as a designer. So that's how I really started, as a creative person, just designing pieces and wearing it. And people just love what I wear. So I turned that into a business. But I didn't know I was influential until people were buying from my store. They wanted to wear what I'm wearing. So I guess I was an influencer before the word even came around or it became a business, if that makes sense. So I just naturally start being creative, and people just gravitate to what I wear and what I have to create.
So Terry, so many men and women on social media are wanting to use their social platforms to build their businesses as well, but just don't know where to start. So what are some tips that you recommend, and what can you say, like more on a personal level, that you think attracted more followers to you? Like, what did you do maybe just a tad bit different than everyone else?
I think what attracted people to me are actually my Instagram is actually 95% women that follow me, 5% are men.
I love that. Yeah.
So I think what attracted these ladies to me was, for one, I was in the church, and I dressed very fashionably church, and I felt like they didn't think that was actually possible to be going to church and look fabulous. So out of that, I created this platform called Being Saved and Being Fabulous. So I feel like any ladies that could gravitate to relate to that two words, saved and fabulous, they gravitate to me. So I felt like that was probably like my niche, what made the ladies kind of gravitate to me and start following me, because they want to see, like, hey, I'm going to church next week. Let me see what Terryann is wearing so I can wear the same thing or actually mimic my style.
But you're really taking your time to make your content and post things that you admire. And I know, because so many of us are just looking at these pages thinking, oh, I wish I would post more or have this up, but it's really a business and you perfect it. So talk about the planning that goes into that.
Actually, I took a hiatus from social media because it's so much pressure, right? I'll follow and I'll look like, oh, I want my page to look like this. Then I would go back to the closet and say, God, can you give me a creative direction of what you want me to do? Because at the end of the day, I'm Christian. And I talk to God like I would talk to my girlfriend. So it's like, what's my niche? What you want me to show the people that are following me or could, like look up to me for style? So sometimes I'll plan a day, I'll shoot content, and I'll get like 0 like. It's very discouraging because I felt like I did so much work into this, and you don't want to do it the next day, because I was like, but if I keep doing this way and I'm not getting the activity I want, then what, right? But then you got to remember that you have people that looking forward to seeing you, and you got to show for those people that actually support you and encourage you, even if it's one person. So that's what keep me going to actually keep moving and keep going forward with what I create. Because 2 days ago, I actually created content and it was pretty bad. It flopped. And the one picture that I didn't think was going to do good actually did great.
Very nice. So this is so interesting. I love your story and how you've been able to build. And before you go, we've got to talk about your skirt. You talked about your fashion and being able to allow people to buy your look, buy your designs. You have a niche, if you will, in just focusing on skirts. So let's talk a little bit about that before you go, and how you've really incorporated that one article of clothing and turned it into a thing online.
Well, I didn't choose that. My client chose that for some reason. When I started, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to do skirt, pants, tops. But for some reason, it was the way I designed skirt that actually have the ladies was going crazy. They felt like it was good enough to wear to church. They felt like when they get it, they feel very girly, very feminine. They just love the silhouette of my skirt. they love that they could wear it multiple ways. So I feel like the client chose that for me. I didn't choose that for myself because I was so creative. I wanted to do everything. It became such a big deal. Like Sarah Jakes actually wore one of my skirts to the Essence Festival. It was like pictured and ended up in Vogue. Who else wore my skirt? One of the another gospel singer wore my skirt. So, and then the church ladies got a hold of it, and it went crazy.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. And Terry, it's been such an honor having you today, on the show. I can't wait to go and check out your page, and I'm sure our guests would love to do that as well. So how can they do that? How can they follow you? How can they shop with you? Tell us all about it.
Right now I'm on Terryann, on social media called Terryann Phillips. So it's my full name. And my website is also my full name, www.terryannphillips.com.
All right, Terry, we appreciate you being with us on the show today. And Texas, stay with us. Coming up next, 2023, we are bringing confident women vibes only. So our next guest is going to show you how to do that. We'll be right back.